Welcome back to Two Burn Cinema Club, episode 6 now. How have you been, Ewan, since the last episode?
Yeah, haven't changed clothes in a week.
Yeah, we are recording this just after finishing episode 5. Just thought we had some time, get another episode in. The more the merrier, I think.
One in the bank, innit?
We've got a lot to talk about as well. I think today we're going to be looking at cinema as a whole, and we're in 2025 now. We're over halfway through 2025, and 2025 marks the middle of the decade of the 2020s, and we're going to take a retrospective look back at the 2020s so far, have a look at what's the best, the highs and the lows, sort of assess the decade for films, sort of maybe have a discussion how it compares to previous decades, 2010s, 2000s, and in recent times at least would be a good comparison. But yeah, I guess the first question would be really to start with, of course we're only halfway through, but 5 years significant time. How would you say 2020s has been in film?
I'd say it definitely set off to a rocky start.
That's true, yeah. I mean, we had COVID-19, obviously, the pandemic, which shut down productions, meant films got released a lot later. I remember James Bond, No Time to Die, got released probably more than a year later than it was expected to.
Yeah, and then I remember with that film, a lot of the story got changed as well due to elements of the story being involved to do with a global disease.
Right, okay.
So I remember that a lot of the film was changed because of stuff like that. A lot of reshoots. And I think we saw a lot of deaths of movies just because they wanted to get these films out there, but they had no way of doing it apart from subscription services. So it just meant...
Yeah.
I remember Mulan, I think they were charging 20 quid to watch it at home on subscription over Disney Plus at the time.
It's sort of a thing that I don't... Even though this was not that long ago, this was in 2020, I don't think you could get away with it now.
Right.
Like, it's not cinema related, but football, I remember they were charging like 15 quid to watch certain games.
You watch Fulham versus Southampton for 20 quid.
Yeah. I mean, I've got some stats here. In 2020, in the UK alone, subscriptions climbed over 50% to 31 million in 2020. With 6 in 10
Makes you think, doesn't it?
With 6 in 10 homes paying for a streaming service. So, an estimated 12 million UK adults adopted new streaming services during lockdown. Around 3 million trying them for the old time. This included a notable increase in subscriptions among older age groups. This is also, I think we saw Disney Plus launch.
Yeah, Disney Plus launched at quite a good time, really.
That came out in 2020, didn't it? Yeah.
I think it came out in March 2020. Or April, maybe. I think it came out maybe a few months earlier in America, but it had a bit of a later launch in the UK.
The pandemic saw a rise as well of Amazon, of course. I mean, not just as a Amazon Prime, but Amazon as a company.
Delivery service, you know.
In lockdown, obviously, people relying on deliveries and stuff. So, I mean, in terms of consumption, a lot of people were watching movies in 2020, probably more than any period ever. I mean, think about, we watched loads of things, didn't we? And that had already been out. Like, we watched, I remember over Zoom with friends and stuff, we watched like Disney films, we'd watched Star Wars.
We watched every single Star Wars film because one of our friends hadn't really watched them. So we were like, we'll sit down and we'll go watch them all.
Yeah, and then obviously moving on from COVID, there was a delay. And this moved into the writer's strike, which I think was in 2023, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we followed on from...
And even from the delays of COVID, it was affecting us probably up until last year, I'd say.
You think? Yeah.
I'd say so. A lot of them, when you see behind the scenes still, everyone's got masks on. That was kind of in effect for till 2022, late 2022 at least, probably.
Yeah, I mean, we had the 2023 Writers Guild of America strike, which I think lasted from May to October in 2023. And that obviously set back. We have these months and it's over, but these months make a big difference in film. Probably a year lost with COVID and everything gets pushed back. And like you say, probably only just maybe, hopefully seeing a
I'd
recurrence of.
say so, yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt we've had some good films so far in 2020s, and we'll get on to that now, I'm sure. But I think when we assess later compared to decades before, we probably haven't got as much yet.
No.
Think about what the things, COVID, especially what we've gone through. And now I guess the discussion in 2025 is about the impact of AI and what that's going to have on cinema. We're probably in the infancy of that, but definitely a crazy start to the decade in terms of things affecting cinema. But there's no doubtable the thing that I'd highlight would be the rise of streaming services in the 2020s. It would be the main thing for me because of COVID, because of just the distribution changing. We've had many like Netflix films, things like that. But there's
some
no
really
doubt
good Netflix stuff as well, isn't there?
Some really good Netflix stuff, but a lot of poor stuff as well. And yeah, I think we have still seen some great things at the cinema. Of course, there's been great things. There's been bad things. There's been great things. We're going to assess that now, and we're going to sort of do this in. We thought about this, didn't we? Like doing it our top 5 or top 10 films of the decade so far. But I feel like it'd be better to discuss it in terms of categories, just to sort of assess what we've had on a wide range of genres throughout the decades so far, and we might have a look at say what's been our favourite at the end. But yeah, I mean, have you got anything to add before we get into it?
No, I think it's very much there was definitely a point in this probably century where everyone thought cinema was definitely on the decline.
Yeah,
I think maybe people have got over that a bit. Maybe seen the other side. I think we've had a run of good films making good money, some good films making not good money, and some bad films making good money. So it's kind of got to see what happens, because there has been some rubbish films this year.
Well, I think
done well.
We've seen a lot of franchises. We've seen a lot of Disney. I'd say the 2020s has been the years of the Disney remakes. When did
the Disney live actions?
So we've had, what have we had so far? With Snow White, Little Mermaid. These are all in.
Are you saying all in this decade? Wasn't in the 22?
Yeah.
2020s.
We've had.
So you've got Lion King, Mufasa.
I think Lion King, the original was in 2019.
Yeah, but that was the first one, wasn't it? Oh well, no, it wasn't actually, but one of the first early ones.
Yeah, I'm just getting a list up here. Yeah, so Lion King and Aladdin were sort of the first one. To be fair, a lot of them were
Jungle Book as well.
A lot of them, 3 of them were in 2019. We had Dumbo, Aladdin, and Lion King, and Christopher Robin in 2018. But I'd say that's sort of different. We sort of saw it in the late 2010. I think the true first one was probably Jungle Book, and then Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, actually.
And Cinderella we had as well, but they were slightly different, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know, were they? Now I think about it, not really.
Yeah, true. But then we've also had loads in the 2020s so far. Late 2010s and 2020s have been plagued by them, and then obviously we've had
this year, Lilo and Stitch, Snow White.
Yeah.
And Mufasa.
Yeah.
It's all just been this year, hasn't it?
But we've seen a lot of franchises as well. It's been the continuation of Marvel. It probably did peak in the 2010s. I'm sure we'll get onto that. But but anyway, we're going to start with best franchise and what we think have been the best performing franchise, not in terms of money, but in terms of everything in 2020s. I think we agree, don't we, on what's our crown for best franchise?
Well,
what have you gone with?
No, you go first, mate.
I said June.
Yeah, I don't agree.
You don't agree?
No, I've gone for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Have you actually?
Because they've pumped out 3 films in less than 5 years.
That is true.
You can't tell me that's not impressive.
And they have all made quite
moderate
good
successes. I mean, if I'm being serious, it probably is June as the biggest kind of franchise. It's something that's going to maybe more defining filmmaking, and something that's going to be, I'd say, it's quite embedded into like now new pop culture now. I'd say, especially, I would say it is. Maybe Sonic Hedgehog has that effect on people, but I think, on a serious note, I think Sonic the Hedgehog has done quite well as to make that many films in such a short period of time, and all of them are pretty decent. And semi-successes, really.
I think it's hard to go with that though.
No,
as the
it is.
greatest
It's hard to
franchise.
say
I
that.
understand it's a good,
Yeah.
it's a good argument, but I think
No, I would say June, but you know what I mean. But I'm just kind of back in my Sonic corner a bit, just saying.
well, yeah, June sort of, well, obviously it's an adapted from a book, but it's an original. We've seen it on screen before, to be fair, but this is a complete revamp of the franchise.
If you watch,
Completely original compared to some of the franchises you've seen before.
it looks completely different compared to the original, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, obviously we've had Marvel continue into 2020s, but it's not been the same since Endgame.
So they've had some pretty lackluster films, really, haven't they? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if you get up all the Marvel films from the 2020s. I know we had stuff like Endgame's in 2019.
Yeah, so just looking at June Part 1, which came out in 2021, made $402 million worldwide, and June Part 2 has grossed $700 million globally, which came out in, was that 2024 was June Part 2. Yeah. So, and I think we're going to get the new one, aren't we? I don't know when, but it's going to be in the 2020s.
It's going to be next year. Actually, no, it should be longer than that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been announced.
It's been announced that it's happening, because I remember it was very much on the June setup, because I remember watching the first one, loving it, but it was always going to depend about how it performed at the box office. And I think that was one of the concerns. I mean, 400 mil is decent, but I would have...
But they've clearly grown on that, and I reckon
I think
Part 3 would probably make $1 billion.
Maybe, yeah. I'd say so. But
I mean, it's not on quite the level...
400 million they've probably made a decent bit of their money back, and a bit more. But 700 million is a success for a film like that, especially maybe a franchise that isn't as well known. But
no, it's not as well known as, like Star Wars or Marvel, but I guess they're hoping to reach that. Maybe let's have a look at what Marvel, another big franchise of the 2010s for sure.
Yeah.
In 2020s, what have they done? So they kicked off 2020s. They didn't make a film. No film got released in 2020.
Yeah.
Quite predictably for the reasons.
Let me try to remember all of them. So you got Black Widow.
Yeah, that was the first.
That was pretty not great, was it? It was a film that shouldn't have happened, to be honest. It was released at a weird time. The fact they chose to kill off the character, then finally give her own movie after she's killed off, it's just... I know it's to play and build up to this,
Yeah, it didn't
our
felt
new Black
very
Widow.
needed, didn't it? It didn't
But
seem
I just
like
think
it was...
I think it should have happened either before Endgame or just at a different time, because I think it kind of tarnished the character a bit, wasn't it?
I agree. It's just, again, it wasn't what I think of when I think of Marvel. Then we had Shang-Chi, also in 2021.
I think it was pretty successful as well.
Eternals.
We'll never see that again.
Spider... Harry Styles and the post-credit
we're not seeing Harry Styles again in the MCU, are we? It's just not going to happen.
Then we had a big film, Spider-Man No Way Home, which obviously grossed a lot of money.
Yes.
Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. Thor: Love and Thunder.
That wasn't great.
Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
It was alright. Not great though.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Not great.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Good, very good.
The Marvels.
That made basically nothing from what I've seen of that. Just no money.
Captain America: Brave New World.
Fine.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Good, very, very good and very good success.
I remember they made a lot of jokes, didn't they, in that about sort of saving the Marvel franchise.
Yeah, and I think
it's hard to disagree, isn't it?
It did.
Thunderbolts.
Good, but didn't perform that well at the box office, and probably could have been.
And apparently, according to Wikipedia anyway, that was the last of Phase 5.
I think
and then
so.
Phase 6 is going to be kicked off by Fantastic Four.
But I saw something, I think this leads quite well. It was Kevin Feige, head of Marvel, of course, saying about the reason he thinks Thunderbolts probably wasn't as successful was because he thought the audience felt these characters were streaming characters and people that we'd kind of only seen on different kind of streaming products.
Thunderbolts?
Yeah. which I feel like I can agree and feel like they felt some of them kind of felt like B tier characters.
I think
maybe that's why they didn't come across as maybe the average cinema goer wouldn't want to go see these characters because they don't really know who they are. And
I think while we've seen the success of like streaming services, I think it was a very quick high and go off with Disney Plus, wasn't it? But that's because of quality. It's not.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that nothing because there was a big there was like it was Comic-Con, I think Comic-Con this weekend or whatever. But Kevin Feige can't go, so he's doing some big meeting all over organised like companies, and he's answering loads of questions. He was saying the plan is now to release 1 to 2 films a year with one streaming show, and he was saying because they kept getting these offers like, Oscar Isaac can play Moon Knight, for example. Let's do that. We can have Falcon and Winter Soldier. Let's do that.
She-Hulk.
Let's do that. And they just kind of kept having these ideas, and he just kept going, yeah, let's do that. But then he got to the point because there's so many ongoing projects all going at once. They can't be overseen by everyone or whatever, so they kind of just left to do on their own. And then everything became very
too much going on, especially in that period when Disney Plus came out. They had success with shows like WandaVision,
Loki, I think. And I'd say maybe Falcon and Winter Soldier was successful.
And then they just kept going, and then there definitely was a period of oversaturation, probably a drop in quality as well. Yeah, but I think
they know that now, and they realise the mistakes they've made. Well, I'd like to think, and you'd like to
maybe in the second half of the decade we can see a comeback of Marvel.
I mean, what are the ones that are scheduled for the year?
We've got
not year, but decade.
Obviously, Fantastic Four, which releases tomorrow, I think, does it?
24th of July.
Yeah. Then we've got Spider-Man: Brand New Day, which is a year. So after Fantastic Four tomorrow, we got a year to wait for the next Marvel film, and then we've got an Avengers: Doomsday just before Christmas. 2026.
So is that Spider-Man in the summer?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Avengers: Secret War the year after. Is that all that's scheduled?
But apparently there might be one scheduled in between. Is it Doomsday and Secret Wars? I think.
Right.
There might be one going in there.
But but there won't be anything between Fantastic Four and New Spider-Man.
I don't think so. No.
See, that's quite a big gap. Over a year for Marvel.
Yeah, that is. But
bear in mind we've had 3 films this year.
But I feel like because realistically, when Deadpool and Wolverine, that was the first time in however many years we only had 1 Marvel film in a year.
Yeah, that's true.
Which was quite not mad, but like but it had to do well for that year. But we've had 3.
They're normally releasing 3 a year.
Exactly.
2021 saw 4. I mean, maybe that's because of the COVID.
That's probably a bit of a backlog in a way.
Backlog, yeah. I think Black Widow probably would have come out before.
Black Widow planned to come out in 2020.
Yeah. But then 2022 saw 3 films. 2023 saw 3 films as well. And now 2025 has seen 3. But yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens with Marvel. We've got, obviously, talking franchise, we've got the rise of DC. With Superman, which we talked about in the last episode.
I mean, I don't know how much we're going to get within this decade. I know there's a few. Have a look at the film scheduled. I know there's a Clayface movie scheduled. Supergirl. I think that's maybe 26, 27.
2020 is also going to see the end of the Fast and Furious franchise. I think it's the end, right? Also, it's interesting to see, will we see any more Star Wars films? Nothing's announced.
The issues with Star Wars films, like, if you look at like scheduled Star Wars films, the amount of Star Wars films that say, oh, we're going to do this, it's going to be great. Then it just gets cancelled, but they don't make a big thing about it. They just go, oh yeah, so that film we just cancelled it.
What got cancelled?
I'm pretty sure that race, you know how they're doing the Rey Skywalker film?
Yeah.
Apparently that's been cancelled.
But
it hasn't been out yet.
Things that have scheduled, it says, this is, I don't know whether it's true, but it says Mandalorian Grogu. That's going to happen, isn't it?
That's next year or the year after, I think.
The Pedro Pascal film.
Yep.
And then it says Star Wars Starfighter.
Oh yeah, that one.
Will that be the one with Ryan Gosling?
That's the Ryan Gosling one.
Yeah.
I've heard it's going to be like Drive.
interesting. But yeah, I mean, no like true like
trilogy.
sequel announced.
Which
so,
for me, I think Star Wars works like. When I think Star Wars, I think trilogy, don't you?
So it does look like that the rest of 2020 is not going to be really the Star Wars year.
No.
2026 and 2027 they're released for. It doesn't seem like we're going to get.
In a way, I'm a bit worried. I feel like this Mandalorian film could be a streamy kind of film. Like, I know it won't be released on streaming, but it's just the issue
feels
is
that way.
maybe people won't go see it because they feel like, oh, I haven't watched any of the Mandalorian on.
No,
People don't like doing homework to go watch their films.
No, this is true.
That's why I think Fantastic Four is going to do well because I don't think people have to do homework for it.
It's a new thing, isn't it? And I think it is, like you say, we said before, and I think a few episodes ago when we talked about Thunderbolts, this could be like make or break for Marvel.
I think it is in a way, but I mean it isn't because it's guaranteed we're getting these Avenger films.
Yeah. While we talk about franchises anyway, it'd probably be a good time to have a look at the list of highest grossing films so far this decade. Because obviously in the world we live in, it's mainly franchises taking up those spots. But number one does take an interesting turn for a franchise we haven't talked about, I forgot about anyway, but is getting like 5 upcoming films, which is Avatar.
Yeah.
Avatar: The Way of the Water is the highest grossing film of the decade with 2.3 billion.
Apparently we're getting a trailer for the new one in the next month or something. Or very shortly.
I'll get a list up of films coming out because so we've got Avatar: Fire and Ash, which is scheduled for December this year.
Yeah.
And then we've got 2 more sequels have been announced, 2029 and 2031.
I would like to see if this Avatar does well because this kind of is a bit like the breaking point of whether Avatar films just do well because they're Avatar films.
Yeah.
Like if this one doesn't do well, is it because people are not bored of it, but like almost like what we've seen this, haven't we?
It is mad how much money they've made off that franchise, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I don't get it. Like they're good. They're good, but they're not like. I don't know. They're
the
not.
first one's pretty good.
Yeah, they are, but it's not like for me. It's not like these Star Wars or kind of like it's not that level. If you ask me,
I understand how they're going to make $1 billion. To me, is how they've pushed on and made like over $2 billion on both their films.
That's what I'm saying. If this other one makes $1
crazy,
billion, I'll be like, okay.
I did see apparently Avatar, the new one, had like a re-release in China or something. It did well there.
Maybe I don't know how it does in the Chinese
I think
market.
Maybe it must have a very big global reach.
Yeah.
To be getting.
I think that must be something like that.
To get. I mean, we can have a look at the Way of the Water one. It made. It made 684 million in the US, and then obviously the rest is worldwide. I'm trying to sort of see countries here where it made a big difference. What did it make in China? China, it made 245 million, which is a lot for an American film.
For an American film in China, that's good.
Yeah. And then it made money everywhere. It made South Korea. It made 100 million in South Korea.
That's good. That's bad.
Just alone. And then we had like 90 million in the UK. So UK, which is obviously English speaking, made more money in South Korea.
Yeah.
Which is quite a big thing, really. Yeah.
It is quite impressive. But I think that's why the success is probably. I don't know if you get
160 million in France.
I don't know if you get that kind of
numbers.
success with something like I don't know, like a Marvel film in other countries. Like
160 million in France for an American, like a film that's obviously not. I know we go worldwide with these films, Hollywood films, but
to make that good money in other countries,
it clearly shows it's an international.
Especially when it's not the language of the film, isn't it?
Yeah. Germany, similar, 150 million. So yeah, again, it's just a worldwide hit, and we will see. I think we can only answer that question in 2029 whether Avatar's been a good franchise for the 2020s. When we see 2 more come out, the next one will probably show that quite a lot. Let me find my. Hang on, edit that out. And then the second highest grossing is a Chinese film. Don't know much about that, so we're not going to say much about it. Third is clocking in at almost 2 billion. Spider-Man: No Way Home. That was a big moment of cinema. Was a big. That felt to me, it's in 2021. I think it was near the end of 2021. That was like everyone was excited back to go to.
It came out in Christmas. That did.
Yeah, but I'd say after COVID.
Yeah,
that was
just
big Marvel film, wasn't it? That people came back to. Had the returns of the Spider-Man.
Because I remember the first film everyone was kind of seeing after lockdown was Tenet.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
That was in 2020. That came out.
Yeah, but it was like the first one to be released, and people could go back to cinema and watch it. But like a lot of people went. The issue is, no one had a fucking clue what was going on.
True. Yeah,
I've never seen it, but I know it's.
I think that was also down to it. That is not Christopher Nolan's best.
No,
work, is it?
People say it's probably some of his, not as great stuff.
Another franchise, Inside Out 2, that made 1.5 billion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another one then.
I think
in the 2020s. Top Gun Maverick, again a sequel. Barbie, probably going to be one of the defining films of the 2020s.
Yeah, I think people will look back and think about Barbie. Definitely, they'll think about the Barbie Oppenheimer, which I assume is probably next or a bit more down.
This Oppenheimer made 970, so. Didn't quite make 1 billion, but then we had Super Mario Bros. 2023.
What a naff fucking film that is.
Things?
Yeah, it's bad.
It's okay, isn't it? It's nothing to write home about.
Chris Pratt just talking normally, just...
Deadpool and Wolverine did very well. Yeah. Again, Marvel have got 2 on this list of the 2020s.
For me, I'll be impressed when Marvel do something that isn't like very cameo based. Like... Even like Wolverine, that's what it did so well. This pull of Wolverine's back and like Wolverine and Deadpool.
You're right.
But like Deadpool films have always done well, to be fair.
Look at Thunderbolts, that hasn't done.
Because there was no kind of like, are we going to see Iron Man in this one?
I think, yes, you're right. Since 2020s, we haven't seen them introduce a new character and bang for that.
Yeah.
Which is what they need to do because they've got rid of other characters. Then moved.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just Fantastic Four doesn't do that great.
Yeah.
I know it's not. I think it's hard to say because Fantastic Four aren't new characters. Fantastic Four are pretty like well-known household names.
But
when it comes to
it's not Avengers related.
But it's not.
I do agree. If they banged with that, that would be a good sign.
But that has been the issue because you saw what Spider-Man did well because everyone knew that. I think he was like Tobey Maguire.
Well, there was rumoured, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was pretty much controlled rumourship, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were like...
let's rumour it enough so people go see it, but let's not release it.
Let's not tell everyone.
I mean, marketing-wise, perfect.
Well, that's what...
Perfect execution.
This is a new thing of, like, how Marvel are marketing their films. How they have the first week or two of marketing, and then they change it, like... Because the Thunderbolts, remember that? So they had the market of the Thunderbolts, then a week later... It all said New Avengers over all the different marketing, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's stuff like that. And they did the exact same with Spider-Man. After like a week or two, they were, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in it. Because everyone knows anyway.
So they just revealed it.
So they just showed trailers of that as well.
Oh, so they kept some bit secret. And then when the first people had seen it, they tried to get more people to see it with different types.
And I assume we'll see something very similar with Fantastic Four.
So if there's like something spoil, like, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's their new kind of... I've just seen them do it a few times now.
That's a good point, yeah.
It's to get that second wind, isn't it, of a film?
Yeah. But I will be impressed when they can do it with a new character. So, again, it will be interesting to see what they can do with this and they build towards Avengers.
It's been announced, though, that Iron Man and the whole X-Men team are going to get recast, though. That got announced yesterday.
Iron Man?
Yeah.
So Iron Man's still going to be a thing?
It's still going to be... So in the after all these films, Iron Man's going to be recast.
After Avengers? Right, okay. Interesting.
Because pretty much the way Avengers Secret will work is... I imagine it's going to wipe everything.
Really?
Well, not everything. I think they'll keep some of the stuff they want somehow.
It could be me and just a bit naivety and with getting lost in the stream and stuff. I feel like they've only just built up like Yelena.
I know,
To me,
this
she
is-
feels
this
like a big main
this is it for-
character.
Because I remember you got to think about how much kind of like preparation and like the build that was for Endgame. It was
Yeah.
like, and
Years.
there was
and
loads of
years
these
and-
different characters, and they're all going to come together. And now, I couldn't tell you what the Avengers team is going to be for this film.
And we're what, 2 years away from it?
Yeah,
Less
which
than 2
for
years
me
away.
feels bad
Yeah.
because there isn't an Avengers. And much as they keep telling you that there's a new Avengers and this, they're just not the Avengers, are they?
Mm. Well, let's say the build up for Avengers, as in Avengers Infinity War. Let's say that started in 2008 when Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say the build up started?
Oh,
from
I
there?
think that was the exact moment, isn't it? That's where it all started. So I
Yeah.
think, yeah, I'd say so.
And then the build up really, really pushed on after the first Avengers
Mm-hmm.
because it was Thanos was in that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So we
that's
first
that's the first appearance. You see Thanos in Avengers. You see him in Guardians of the Galaxy. You see not
so that was
not
in
in films, but like
that was in
cameos.
2012, and we didn't see him till 2018.
Yeah.
Um,
But you see what they're saying, like, apparently, because, you know, Kang, the old villain, they were saying that apparently they were considering changing that even before what happened with Jonathan Majors,
yeah.
which I really don't think I can believe.
The thing is, like you say, they teased that so well of Thanos to the point when he came, he felt like a big deal.
You're
Like
like-
doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
They just haven't done that with this yet, and we're 2 years out from Avengers, a duo of Avengers, which I guess they're trying to replicate what they did with Infinity War and Endgame there, aren't they?
Yeah, but the thing is, the whole point
It
is
still feels
the
like
whole
a
point of
start.
Secret Wars in the comics is that it's what it's based on is that it's a restart point, that the universe restarts.
Okay, so is this more like,
So for me, it's the ending.
or to me, is it more like a new start rather than a finish to this phase?
Yeah, in a way, it's like almost like this phase will never end, and it ends when the new one starts. If that makes sense.
Right.
But
Okay. Well, lots to talk about Marvel. Maybe we just move on because, again, it will be interesting to see what happens with that franchise. Finishing out this list though, 2 Disney films, Moana 2 and Lilo and Stitch, both over $1 billion.
Mhm.
And the last film that made over $1 billion is Jurassic World Dominion.
yeah, and another one with Moana, we're gonna see a live action as well.
Yeah.
And another Moana 2, another film that was made for streaming. It was meant to be a TV show, but it's been converted into a film.
Well, I think they know. Disney have seen what they've done with streams. They know that they can more profitable now to still release it in the cinema. 'Cause
Yeah.
it is a good sign to me. It shows
Oh,
that
at least they're putting stuff in cinemas,
it
but
shows that cinemas, especially with children's movies, are alive. They
Mhm.
might not be alive with other films as much, but with kids' movies, they make a lot of money. Jurassic World Dominion, another franchise, Jurassic World.
another
I
mid-ass
hated
film.
that film. That was awful.
Yeah. Which one was that one?
The third one.
Yeah, no, that is bad.
And we've seen Rebirth, so the next 5 years, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another Jurassic World.
Rebirth's done well though. Is it 800 million? Something like that?
On here, on Wikipedia, it says just shy of 700 million.
That's good though.
It could be more, and obviously still in cinemas.
Probably get about 800, won't it? Maybe not a billion.
Wicked as well did well. We're going to see a second one of them.
Thing is, even that's not a new thing
Yeah.
because it's a very big theatre show, isn't it? It's like an adaptation of screenplay, but it was always big.
Yeah. Then we also had No Time to Die. James Bond did pretty well. I remember that being quite good.
Pretty good film as well. It was probably one of the better endings to a James Bond franchise.
I'd like to think we get another James Bond before 2030 rolls around. We don't know yet. It's going to be. Another one to look out for would be the 28 Years Later franchise. Because we just had that release and they're making 2 more. I don't think, again, it's not like...
I think this is something interesting though, isn't it? Maybe won't do the...
We're not talking like money-wise, it's going to make as much, but certainly if we're looking at best franchise, which was what this original list was about. But yeah, I think let's try and agree on one, shall we? June.
A best friend, yeah.
With a shout out to Sonic.
Yeah, or shouts.
Next, we'll move on to best action film. So, have you got anything to bring to the table?
Yeah, I've
with,
got
with this one.
I had a few things. It's hard to say. I didn't really know what to put for action because it kind of go into a lot of different categories. I put Top Gun Maverick. I think that was kind of probably a bit more of an obvious choice.
Well, I've gone with that at least as a shout.
And then I've also put Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But I don't know if maybe you can describe that as action, but and Superman as well.
Yeah, I mean anything can be action, can't
So
it?
I might give my vote to Superman.
Superman, you think?
In the last episode I gave it.
So the last 5 years, the best action film. Do you think it's Superman?
It's good. I might look back and say this is recency bias, but I do stand by and think it was.
I think, for me, the best I've got on there is Top Gun Maverick as purely an action film. I think it's hard to. It was so good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good.
Shout out to F1 probably as well.
F1 as well. Yeah, that was a film that's
both quite similar films.
Yeah, same bloke.
I want to give a shout out to the Covenant, which is an Amazon Prime film, a Guy Ritchie film. I thought that was great. I'd recommend that. And another film I saw, Sound of Freedom, which is an action film where this guy goes and basically kids are getting trafficked through to South America, and he goes and tries to save them. That was a really good film. Another one I'd say would be Bullet Train. In terms of action film,
that is a very much action film.
Yeah, when I say action, I'm thinking like pretty purely.
I think
action.
Yeah, that's a good one, I'd say. But I think it probably would have to be Top Gun Maverick.
Is that what we'll go with?
I think we should go with that.
It says here Sinners as well, which is quite good.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
We haven't seen it though, so it's hard to.
Rate it.
The Northman, we've seen that, but
that's really good.
So there are a few honourable mentions, but I think an agreement, Top Gun Maverick, should we go with that? Best comedy. Now this is quite a hard one, wasn't it, for us?
We were looking at this and we kind of realised just the lack of pure comedy films we're seeing.
Yeah. Everything's something maybe and comedy.
Yeah.
But never just comedy.
And the ones I have watched, most of the pure comedy films we've seen are all subscription, streamy films, I'd say.
I'd say, looking at a list here of ones that have come out recently, ones that are just purely comedy films, like No Hard Feelings with, Jennifer Lawrence and that, ones that aren't, truly...
That trailer always scared me when I was watching it.
Yeah.
Seemed a bit weird, but I'm sure it was alright. I heard it was actually decent.
Kids films as well. Yeah, we've also seen dark comedies, more like Banshees in Sheridan, which is sort of a dark comedy in a way. It's a bit of, it's about a friendship really, and it's not laugh out loud funny, but it's funny.
Goes I thought you liked me.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so it's quite funny, but it's not laugh out loud humor again. We're seeing that shift. The Menu, which is, would you say it's a comedy?
Not really. It's a very dark comedy.
It's definitely more a thriller. It's under comedy. Poor Things, that's got more of a comedy about it.
I think it's got maybe a bit more not light art, but it's meant to be that weird. You kind of go,
yeah. Barbie.
Yeah,
which is it's comedies.
Yeah, there's funny moments in it, but I wouldn't say it's a flat out comedy.
I've really struggled with this one.
The ones I thought were Palm Springs.
Right, I haven't seen that.
Which is just it's like a guy who's stuck on a time loop. So he's reliving every day at a wedding, and he finds out his girlfriend's cheating on him, and then he finds this girl that it's Andy Samberg, which is the guy Brooklyn Nine-Nine main guy.
Would you say it's a pure comedy?
I'd say it's probably a bit more pure comedy, but then a bit more kind of romance as well.
Yeah.
Should that watched that ages ago.
I think I'm gonna go with A Real Pain, which is with Jesse Eisenberg. That's definitely more of a comedy, but it's still a bit of a drama, really.
I know I haven't watched it, but I've heard is it The Holdovers? That's supposed to be quite good, and
Yeah.
did well at the Oscars, I'm pretty sure as well. I really don't know what to say to this. I don't.
We've got to agree on one, really. I think on my thing I did write if this was a Saltburn. Would you say it's a comedy? It's a thriller, isn't
It's
it?
not funny though, is it?
Um,
Can we just put The Hangover in there?
Minecraft movie.
We'll put the Minecraft.
No, I wrote on my list The Menu.
Okay,
It came
we've
as
both
a guy-
watched The Menu. So I
and
guess.
it is definitely a very good film, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's really good, but
Don't know if it's comedy.
not very funny.
I think, or we could put your one in.
No, put Minecraft. No, put Menu. For
Yeah.
The Menu.
Oh,
It's a better
I also
film.
said for that Bullet Train.
Yeah, I'd rather. That's funny.
Yeah.
I'd rather put that in there.
Okay. There's definitely an action comedy.
Yeah, but okay, we'll put
But the dynamic between is it tangerine,
tangerine and
lemon?
Is it tangerine and lemon?
Bubbles? I don't know what it was.
No, because West Ham fan. It's fine.
Yeah. Should we
Yeah,
go Bullet
go
Train?
with Bullet Train. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's something we probably get behind a bit more.
Best drama. So under drama, I'd say you could go like thrillers, horrors if you wanted to. Just purely sort of drama. You know what I mean
I've
by
lost my list now.
by drama.
Not had a good offer.
What have you gone with?
I've
then?
gone a Boiling Point.
Right. Okay.
Gone with Stephen Graham.
When did that come out?
It did come out in, I think it was 2021. And another one, I think it's because I watched it the other day. Better Man. I know it didn't do that great at cinemas, but I do actually think it is a good
Really?
film. And
You think it's that good?
and yeah, I like the way how he does present himself as a bit of an arse.
Mm.
He doesn't kind of hold back and go, "Oh, I wasn't that bad." He kind of really does say, "I was a really bad person,"
Yeah.
which I'd like to think he's aware of that. I don't know if he is, but I'd like to think he is, because he presents himself in the film in a very bad light,
Hmm.
and I know he had a big role in the film,
Yeah.
but I did quite like it, but I think maybe Boiling Point might just get it.
Okay, I've gone with Oppenheimer. Obviously, it's quite an obvious one, but I think it's
I did think that.
it's hard to look past it as a really good drama. It makes conversations interesting.
I thought it was a bit obvious. I didn't say it. I feel like Mike.
Another one that I liked this year as well was the Bob Dylan film, where it's the best film, but
No, this isn't the biopic section, right?
yours was a biopic as well, but yours was a monkey.
Well, it's different, isn't it? It's different, but Shana.
I suppose you could put Barbie in this. Again, some films quite hard to place in terms of genre, aren't they? But that's why I think you can be quite mouldable on it.
Between everything.
That's why Bullet Train's in comedy. I think you could put Poor Things as a drama. What do you think then? Do you think Oppenheimer?
Probably, yeah. It was.
It's hard to...
After rewatching it, especially, on rewatch, I did actually enjoy it a lot more than I watched it the first time. I could get my head around it a bit more, maybe.
Yeah. It's long, but it's good. So we'll agree on Oppenheimer, I think.
I did put that.
Best animation. There's definitely been quite a lot for this.
Yeah, we've had some actually good ones, I'd say, but I think for me, go-to is The Wild Robot.
Still not seen it.
It's great. One of the best animation films ever.
Really?
Go that far. And it's not even...
I'm
and it
waiting
came
for it
out when I was a kid as well, so it's not even nostalgia talking, it's just...
That is impressive. To
Yeah.
be fair. There's a few more on here that I've thought of, but I'm going to probably save them. Have you done most underrated category?
I didn't realise that was one, but I'd probably put The Wild Robot in that, I guess.
Okay.
If that...
Well, we can get back to that later. There's a few other options I've gone, but I'm going to save them for most underrated just because I don't think they've been spoken about that much.
Mm-hmm.
We had Saltburn. That was pretty good. I don't think it's the best. It's definitely got faults. Sorry, that was drama.
Something
That was drama. We're on animation, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Animation. Yeah, I haven't seen The Wild Robot, but I'd like to see it. I've shortlisted 3, just to put forward. Puss in Boot, The Last Wish. Good film, that, innit? I'd say. Wallace and Gromit, the new one. I'd put that in comedy.
I would put that in comedy and been happy with that.
Because it's genuinely funny. And Flow, which is that film about the cat, won an Oscar this year. I thought it was very good. I'd be happy, even though I haven't seen it, to trust you and go with The Wild Robot, because I have heard good things.
It's probably one of the most emotional animation films, I'd say. Just guess who did it?
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. He plays a fox.
Anyway, most underrated then. I know you haven't shortlisted this in the prep, but can you think of any? Should I put forward what I've gone with first?
Yeah, because I might
Babylon.
Yeah, I probably would say that because everyone hates that
I've
film.
seen
I
that.
absolutely love it.
We'll get onto it when researching what people consider the worst films of 2020s. And to me, it's in my best. I think it's great. It's long, but it's gripping. The music's fucking great. It's really good.
It's good. The music, it's just so, like, at some points the music is just incredible, and
it captures the vibe of like that old Hollywood perfectly, doesn't it? And there are faults of it, but as a film, it's really good.
I love the main guy in it as well. I think he's great. Yeah.
I haven't seen him in anything else since.
Yeah,
I think that came out in 2022, but so forgotten, that film. Another one I put was, I don't think it's anywhere near like being the best, but The Bike Riders, I quite enjoyed that. Austin Butler. Again, the Bob Dylan one, I wouldn't say it's underrated.
What about, should we do a biopic of...
Maybe we get onto that, Zone of Interest, the Nazi one about the Auschwitz, was pretty good. And also Mad Max, I think something for...
Maybe I think there's maybe something of that didn't do as well as some people hoped it to.
That's what I'm saying. That's what underrated is, isn't it?
I guess, yeah. We watched that in the weirdest cinema, didn't we?
Yeah, in Devon, in a tiny little cinema. It was basically a TV screen, wasn't it? Really?
There's probably like, how big you reckon? 20 people?
Bit more than that.
30.
30 maybe. It's tiny.
But like, tiny room.
It was good though. It was a good film.
Yeah, it was really. I did really enjoy it.
I think I've read other people say it's good, haven't they?
I just think it did terribly.
I watched the first Mad Max. Everyone said it's great, better. I enjoyed the second one more. I just enjoyed the story better.
Yeah.
I thought Anya Taylor-Joy was great in that as well.
Good. And it's got Sean Milton.
Probably one of Chris Hemsworth's best performances.
Yeah, I think it's like the only film I've seen him where he actually has to kind of act properly.
Rush,
and he's oh yeah,
but
it's quite good. Well,
yeah, I get what you mean though. He's not in loads of serious.
No, he's in that, which is like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, because I do think when he was in that role, he actually was quite good.
I think he did really well because it was quite a comedic role as well.
But he's also got to be scary at the same time.
Yeah, I really like that film. I would want to watch that film again. But most underrated, what should we go with then?
I'd go for that.
Babylon?
Either Babylon or Matt.
I think
Babylon. We'll go Babylon.
Yeah. Do you want to do biopic? It has been quite a lot of biopics.
What have we had? Better Man.
I think we have
had a lot. I'm trying to think.
We're getting the Bruce Springsteen one.
Gary Neville, love that.
Will he?
Don't know. I just always see him banging on about Bruce Springsteen.
Really?
Yeah. Very niche that.
We had Better Man. We had The Apprentice about Donald Trump.
Oh, I want to watch that one.
Iron Claw about a wrestler. That was supposed to be quite good.
You know what else we're getting? The FC one with The Rock in.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm actually because I'm excited to actually see The Rock act.
Mm. That Sound of Freedom was actually a true story as well.
I remember you saying that as someone.
One Life I saw was quite good.
Life.
It's about a guy who saves loads of Jews from going to camps. Better Man, Oppenheimer, Tetris.
Tetris is good. Watch that.
What do you think's the best? I don't think it deserves.
We had Bob Marley as well.
Bob Marley, yeah. Do you think it deserves to be a category? I think there's enough for them.
Because I think
Elvis.
It is. But people, that was also another one I saw in Disappointments.
Mm.
Because I think people just didn't like the way the kind of story was kind of led by the manager almost, wasn't it?
My favourite one's probably the Bob Dylan one, but I don't know if it's like...
If I'm saying biopic for like music, I'd probably go for Elvis because I think the music in it is just incredible. And I do like Austin Butler as Elvis.
I mean, he almost won an Oscar for that. He didn't, but there was definitely talk around it, wasn't there? Yeah, and I think that's sort of our list. Let's just go through it. Just a list of the best films anyway. We're going to move on to the worst. So, best franchise film, Dune. Best action film, Top Gun Maverick. Best comedy, Bullet Train. Best drama, Oppenheimer. Best animation, The Wild Robot. And most underrated, Babylon. Any others you want to make a shout out to?
What?
I suppose we've mentioned quite a few, haven't we? Sort of just underrated ones. What was your underrated one, would you say?
I said The Wild Robot for underrated. I didn't really... Maybe Elvis.
One that's quite popular that we haven't discussed is Everything Everywhere All at Once. I haven't seen it, so I don't really want to comment on it, but I know...
Maybe we could put Mad Max in there.
Mad Max, yeah. We'll might do a post on Instagram listing out
we could do,
half the decade awards so far, or 2020's awards so far. But yeah, we're going to move on to most... Well, I said most disappointing in the brief, didn't I? But
yeah.
I think there can be a discussion there, worst and most disappointing. The reason I said most disappointing is because there are a lot of bad films out there.
But there's also good films that just don't do well.
But there are films... Well, when I say most disappointing, I mean on quality. Yeah. But there's films out there that I don't expect... No one expects to be any good, necessarily. But yeah, do you want to kick us off with a few?
Sure, which is a list of few that I've got.
Yeah, I think we'll try and choose... Should we try and choose a top three?
Top three, yeah.
But let's just sort of go
list for a few. So the ones I've got are Black Widow. I think
Black Widow, yeah.
Kind of spoke about that because it was released at the wrong time. Wasn't that great in general. Some of the CGI absolutely appalling. But just bad time, but nothing. Lightyear.
That was bad. I also had that down.
That was really...
It was quite hyped as like Buzz Lightyear's coming back.
Didn't like boring, didn't really boring. Didn't really like Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear. No. Don't really get that. Uncharted.
Oh god.
I think poor casting as well.
Could have been good that.
It could have. I just don't think Tom Holland really worked. He looked too young for that kind of role. I think if anything, it should have been Mark Wahlberg as
Nathan Drake.
It should be Nathan Fillion.
Who's that?
The guy who plays Guy Gardner, so all the Vulture. But he was actually in a fan film for Uncharted.
Really?
That's how much he looks like the guy, and he's a really good actor as well.
And he likes it.
Yeah. So I think it should have been him or something like that. But he's not.
The thing is though,
he's not that big first anything.
It's a great. Like, it's very simple, but it's a good character. And it could, done right, that could have been great.
He could have.
But they did it. They
even had the audacity to kind of leave it as like, oh, we're going to do another one. The way it ends as well.
There won't be another one.
I'd be very surprised if there was.
Did it do you any good?
Not really, no. Fall of and Thunder.
Yeah, I had that one down.
I think that it kind of...
That was Tahiti.
It marked the death of... What's his name?
Taiki Waititi, or whatever his name is.
Not the death, but just the kind of this era of...
A lot of people thought it was the next Factor thing.
You can't just have screaming goats and think it's hard. That's well mid that is, man.
Jojo Rabbit as well. Was good.
That's a good film, but I just think some of it, he's not as funny as it thought he was. It from that, which I think he's a good director because he's done some great stuff, but it felt like he went too far with that.
It felt like he did not have a producer or someone editing the film, and he was just allowed to do what he wants.
And it felt like sometimes you just need someone to go, no, should we not? Should we think about that?
And he was always looking for the next laugh, even in the serious moments, which just totally threw off the pace of the film. And there wasn't like Natalie Portman characters dying, and we still got like jokes going around.
Just cracking jokes. Another one, Mickey 17. I wouldn't say this as much as... Just maybe did a bit poorly. Maybe not, I thought it was a decent film. Just maybe.
I think it was harsh.
I think it is harsh.
I think that was different. That was new. That was interesting. Wasn't amazing, but I'm happy I went and saw it, and it didn't do well. I think this. I don't. I think that's completely wrong. Putting on the worst
Probably.
list.
I'll take that back now. Argyle.
Argyle. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
No.
I've watched it. Don't bother. It's
One film
really
that I
bad.
put on here that I think represents the bad Netflix film is Red
I was
Notice.
just about to say that. I knew. I said she said it for someone who gets that.
Yeah, I think that was awful and not funny. And I think it would be a good one to put on our list just because it represents bad Netflix film. There's been some others with Millie Bobby Brown, hasn't there? But
Not necessarily bad films. They're just like the issue with that Red Notice. It kind of felt like it just relies on the actors to carry it a bit. It just completely
but they're not
feels
great,
like
are they? I
complete.
don't think Gal Gadot's a very good actor. I actually don't think Ryan Reynolds is a very good actor. I mean, he's good at playing himself.
I think he's funny, but I don't know if he's
a great actor.
yeah.
And The Rock.
I think he is.
The
but-
Rock just plays The Rock, and
But we'll see. We'll see. We'll give him a chance.
Smashing Machine. Yeah, one to look out for.
I think Argyle pretty bad.
Another one I put Joker 2. That was bad. And also because the first one was so good, wasn't it? 2019. So different for something like involving a sort of superhero world. It was really good. It was different. The second one, no.
I just remember I was like, can this just end and then just be another a song and be like
It just didn't work for me. Did not work at all. And then Napoleon. I had quite a lot of hype for that, like a big historical epic. It was not good, was it, really?
Joaquin Phoenix is really taking a beat in it.
Yeah, he is though, isn't he? I mean,
well, stuff like that. I didn't like how he had an American accent in that film.
well, that wasn't the worst thing.
I know,
about
but
it.
I stuff like that, and it's just like, I don't like him fucking. Just quite uncomfortable to watch, really. I know it's the point, but
it just wasn't great, was it? It was okay at best. The one that was missed out was Gladiator 2, but I think that was all
also
right.
I think a bit harsh, not great, but it is. To be honest, it's just a bit of a carbon copy of the first one.
Wasn't the Gladiator?
Yeah,
It was all right though. I don't think it should be anywhere near the worst.
No.
I just thought I'd mention it as a sequel. I
I had Kingsman, but it wasn't anything too disrespectful. Just they had a Hitler post-credit scene. That seems a bit diabolical, does it not?
I don't remember that. It also feels like we always talk about how bad these live action remakes are, but it's hard to say they're bad because they're just remakes.
Yeah.
But with Snow White, that was supposed to be quite bad, wasn't it? The Working. Are you showing me this?
Yeah. I just think it's absolutely diabolical. I just don't. I don't see a way you can have Hitler in a post-credit scene because it's a film about World War One.
So was this like? Oh really?
So it's about World War One, I think. So it's meant to be about the first official Kingsman.
Right.
It's true, as you once said, our right hand now it strikes then.
Come in.
Is that the guy that always cast as a German?
Don't be shy.
He's just so much, isn't he?
My shepherd. This young man will come to rival your position in this world, my friend. It is an honor, Comrade Lenin. And your name? Adolf Hitler.
That is bad, isn't it?
Right. So we've just watched the credit scene we were talking about. That is bad. The way they hype up Hitler,
The suspension around his name. It's like, my name is Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, it looks fan made. That does. That is quite silly. I do think the Kingsman films are quite
They
good,
are,
but that is a
that
bit,
one just.
that's a bit silly. I put The Working Man. Just I think it epitomises the Jason Statham easy shitty action movie. I accidentally watched that. I was just doing work or doing something on like a laptop, and I was watching something else, and then it came on, and I just kept it on, just didn't change it over, and I just ended up watching like the whole film. It wasn't good. It was not good. Do not go.
Don't be.
I like Jason Statham. I think he's been in some alright stuff, but he's been in a lot of shit as
He's
well.
in a lot of mid films.
But yeah, should we try? We brought up a lot there. Should we try and make a top 5? I said top 3, but top 5 I think would be good.
We're not pushing the time because our laptop's gonna die. But
Well, this will be our last.
let's take one, guys.
So, Joker 2. No particular order, we should say, because Joker 2 I think epitomises bad sequel.
I think they could be first.
We're not doing any order. I don't
We're
think.
not.
No.
Well, I'll put that first.
Okay. I think Lightyear represents
Yeah.
bad new Pixar movie.
It's them trying to not make a remake or making a remake, and it's more of a prequel, in it? Because it's a fucking toy, so how's it a Yeah, I'd say Lightyear and Joker are definitely staples there. I'd say.
I think Red Notice, because it epitomises just a shit Netflix film.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you think that's fair?
I think that might be a bit harsh.
I think it's quite bad. Are you vetoing that, or should we go with that?
Tell me the others.
For Love and Thunder,
I'll put that in there.
Napoleon, The Working Man. What else did you have?
Lightyear's got to get.
You've got For Love and
maybe
Thunder.
Uncharted.
So that's 4. So For Love and Thunder, Uncharted, Joker 2, Lightyear. One more.
For me personally, I'll put Argyle in there.
Argyle. Was that just awful? You've seen it. Should we
Yeah.
go with that then?
Go with that.
Argyle. So they're our worst films of the year. No particular order. Just 5 bad films. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our delve into 2020s so far. What we thought was good, what we thought didn't work. Just sort of an overview of what happened. And yeah, we hope that the rest of the decade brings
Better films.
Well, we've seen some
We've
good
seen
stuff.
good films. No,
That we talked about earlier, but we also hope it brings more and more good stuff, and less Joker 2s, less Lightyears, and less Working Mans for sure. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening. See you next week.
See ya.
Bye bye.